Heyo everybody, Haku here, and welcome to this week's HaQ&A video. And I'm pretty pumped to read some comments and stuff. Also, I started 12 Beast, the read-through and stuff, and it was really fun, and I'm going to keep doing that. Hopefully this weekend be able to... I did chapters 0, 1, and 2, and they're up to chapter 10 out now, so I think that this weekend I'm going to try to get up chapters 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then sometime next week I'll do the rest, and then I'll start on Boku no Hero Academia. Boku no Hero Macadamias. But, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to read more of 12 Beast, because it's been killing me not being able to read it, because I haven't had time to record for like 45 minutes yet. So I'm really excited to continue reading, and I'm really excited to start Boku no Hero Academia, because so many people keep talking about how hype it is, and I really want to get into it. Also, yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have any news updates this week that I can think of. But I want to thank you guys for all your comments this week, because, I don't know, they've been really nice and really helpful, and, I don't know, it just, it helped lift me up a little this week. So, thank you so very much. I'll start from the least recent to most recent, and I think I have gotten the chance to read all of these, so I will have thought of them at least once before now. This first comment, Toller Telema or Toyer Tiema, I'm not sure. This one I want to bring up especially because YouTube is pulling a stupid. YouTube will not let me reply to this in the comments. I don't know if it's like a weird country lock thing or region lock thing, but it will not let me respond to this in the comments. So Toyer Tiema, I really hope that you're watching this one, because they asked, is the character on the left side of your thumbnail from Monster Musume on last week's HaQ&A, and no, that is Shei from 12 Beast. Now that I've read, I know who the character is. It's Shei from 12 Beast. So I wanted to answer you in the comments, but I don't know. It won't let me. It's so weird. Mike Nemp said, I never even thought about a rematch with Rack, but that would definitely be an intense fight. Talking about a Rack versus Zenyatta rematch, of course. And he also said, also I'd say do whatever's easiest for you to get the content out. And just to add to your list of things to read, I just finished Breaker and it was really good. Just the right amount of comedy, action, and some deep thoughts. And yeah, every time, oh yeah, I'll put this out here because this is a good way to put it out there. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And if any of you have any suggestions of manga you want me to read and put on the channel, I will be taking and making a list of everything that anybody recommends in the comments, so that whenever I finish one, I can do another one from that list and hopefully get through them all throughout the time. And if we ever do get to a time, which I don't even know if we'll do, where there's nothing left on the list, I've read all of that, I'll just pick something else that I haven't read before randomly, pretty much. Something that seems interesting to me. So Breaker is now on the list. I will not necessarily do the list in the order that you guys recommend stuff. I'll do it in the order of what I feel like reading at the time. But I will try to get to everything that you guys recommend within reason. Of course, there are some certain things like hentai and stuff that probably not really appropriate for the channel. So, naughty guys, naughty. Yeah, so definitely on the list. Yorozuya White Bear Beppo said, excited to see the Boku no Hero Academia videos. Who's your favorite girl? I don't know. I've never read, and that's why I'm really excited to get into it, because so many people, even before the anime started airing, were telling me it was really good. So I do want to, I really do want to read. So yeah, I have no clue yet, but hopefully one day when I start reading, I will be able to answer the most important question for any series. Who's your favorite girl? Anime Watcher said, I'm above all hyped to see you review Boku no Hero Academia. It's my most recent addition on my list of favorite manga, and I think you're gonna love it. And see, I'm really excited to see things like that people are excited for it, and to see that people love it so much, because that means I'm going to be reading something really good. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to start on it next week or the week after that, because it shouldn't take me but maybe a week Yeah, because this weekend I plan on doing the rest, and sometime next week if I can finish early next week and finish 12 Beast, maybe next weekend or something is when I'll be able to start Boku no Hero Academia. Hell, maybe even earlier than that if I really step up and feel like recording a bunch of stuff. Paul1991ish said about the most recent One Piece chapter, that kid in the cage with the mask is probably Killer from Eustace Captain Kidd's crew. Sorry to disagree with you, but the one in the mask is definitely Sanji from Sanji's flashback. And I say that not just because it was Sanji's flashback, because I know he could be having a flashback of somebody else, but also because he had the same shirt that Sanji was wearing in his other flashback. So, yeah, that it isn't Killer. As far as we know from right now, Killer isn't a Vinsmoke. Could Killer still be a Vinsmoke? Still a possibility. But as for right now, it's not seeming that way. Degui Reacts said, I like Terra too, but prefer Rosita, talking about The Walking Dead. I hope they don't die anytime soon. I'm not the biggest fan of Rosita personally. I feel like a lot of times she gets stuck in the background and like they keep relegating her to the role of, oh, she's just the pretty one. And I know the character is a bit more than that, but it seems like they keep throwing her back in that role of, oh, she's just the pretty one. So sometimes I just get annoyed about them throwing her in the background like that. But I absolutely love Terra. I love Terra so freaking much. She's one of my favorite characters from the show, just because she's like a show original character, not even from the comics, and mostly because I loved her story arc in season 4, where she just like goes out looking for redemption and helping Glenn at the cost of willing to give her own life. I just love that so much. So yeah, I really love Terra. Chimera41 said, on my last Walking Dead comic live reaction, RIP headphone users. And yeah, I was so pissed off. I was like beyond pissed off at that video because I recorded it and the audio was all jacked up. I finally figured out like I can like test the audio before recording with this thing to show, or like keep this thing up while I'm recording that shows like if it's messing up or not, so it'll alert me if it messes up and I can just stop, fix it, and then keep going. But this was before I learned how to do that, and for some reason like my mic, for some reason like I have to plug it in, and sometimes it'll, like the audio will be all messed up and I'll have to wiggle it around or like just get it plugged in the exact right way so that it's not messing up. So it's really, really weird. But yeah, I was so pissed off because that was such a good chapter and so surprising. And that was probably the first live reaction I've gotten like loud and yelly and cursed a lot, because that really like just blew my mind. And then this best, like the probably craziest reaction I've had to something, the audio is completely jacked up and I lost a chunk of the video because of it. So it really did piss me off. Farouk G said about my One Piece opening live reaction, good reaction, man. My mates are still in Dressrosa, so I couldn't discuss it. I know that feel. I try to stay in my anime videos as manga spoiler free as possible for the anime only watchers, but it is pretty difficult sometimes. Brandon Meredith said, I like your videos, dude. Thank you so much. I really do love and appreciate every time I get a nice comment like that. Noah.02014A/Z24 said, I absolutely love this chapter about this week's Tower of God chapter. Yeah, I did too. I really, really liked it. Was it like super the best or anything? Nah, but I really, really enjoyed it. I love any chapter where we get to see a lot of different characters and stuff, and especially some characters we don't get to see that often. Paul Gian also said on that video, yeah, I just realized that Yuri and Uraha are from the same family. And yeah, they actually don't bring that up, but we have so many characters from the Ha family that have just like not even interacted with one another. We have like Yuri, Uraha, we have Novik, we have Jinsung, and none of them have really interacted with one another. It's kind of odd. Also, Mike Nemp said Jinsung is an awesome character, and it's hard to tell if he's going to side with Viol, buying the hostages to get them out of harm's way, or if he'll control Bomb even more, keeping them for himself. Either way, God Jinsung can do no wrong. And yeah, I friggin' love Jinsung. He's one of my favorite characters in the series. the series. And I really can't tell either. I can't tell if he's going to help Bomb or if he's going to try to, like, control him or stop him from going to the floor of death or whatever. Because last time we saw Jinsung, he tried to stop Bomb from boarding the Hell Train altogether. So, I don't know. And I don't know if anything's, like, really hugely changed or anything about that. And if he's willing to let Bomb go his own path or not. But, yeah, I'm not sure if Jinsung will try to help Bomb or if he will actually try to control him or stop him. Anime Watcher said the matchup between Bomb and Andraste has potential to be one of my favorite fights, though I didn't think they were going to fight this arc. And yeah, the turtle translation's meant to say gator. You would think the translators had a proofreader or something. And I friggin' know, like, there are always so many mistakes in the translation. Not to dog on the translation, because I do love having a free official translation with the ads so that SIU can get some credit for his work and people can see it for free, and it is translated in a bunch of different languages. I do respect that, but I think if you proofread over it once, you could pick up some of these obvious mistakes. And yeah, I had said in the live reaction, I was like, I can't tell if that's a mistake or if they mean to be saying turtle. But yeah, thanks for the clarification, because it did seem like a mistake. Also, I do hope we see Bomb versus Andraste a bit, but I hope they can still remain friends. Alnoa.024T/C24 said about 91 days, Fango is a disgusting madman piece of shit. I love Fango so much. Like, if you guys don't know and aren't watching 91 Days, it's freaking amazing. I would definitely recommend watching it, but Fango is my favorite character. He is a disgusting madman piece of shit in the best possible way, in my opinion. I love Fango so much. Kosuke Shei said, question, what do you think about the fact about 91 Days again? What do you think about the fact that Vanno and Nero trust Avilio so easily despite having no knowledge of who he is, leading to, spoilers, I will, let's see, is it in frame? I will keep my hand up while I'm talking about 91 Days spoilers here and put it back down when I'm done. So, while these spoilers are going on, question, what do you think about the fact that Vanno and Nero trust Avilio so easily despite having no knowledge of who he is, leading to Vanno's death? I actually made a video about this, but I'd like to hear another anime YouTuber's thoughts. And pretty much, I'll read almost word for word what I said, because I actually thought about it a little, because it was something I hadn't really thought too much about, but I feel like between him helping Nero escape Fango using the firebomb and everything, and him standing up to Ronaldo for Vanno at the wedding, he put his foot in the door for them to see him as someone who can handle himself, and I feel like he purposefully did that stuff to try and gain their trust and get close to them. So I think that it was purposeful on his part to get close to them. And also they were using him to get to Fango, because even if he failed to kill Fango, they could just feign ignorance and pretend that they had nothing to do with it, because Avilio isn't technically part of the family. And it wouldn't come back on them if things went wrong. But things went really wrong and stuff when Vanno took revenge on Serpente, meaning a member of the Venettis killed a member of the Orcos. And because Scusa knows this, it got out there. And that's what they were discussing in the one episode, everybody around the table. Because since Vanno was the one that killed Serpente, that's what causes the trouble, and they can't really blame that on Avilio, but they could probably blame Vanno's death, but at this point they have no reason not to believe him, really. But even with that, Nero does seem really suspicious of Avilio, so it's not like they're just blindly trusting him, but he doesn't really have any proof that he did anything wrong. Like, he doesn't have any proof that he did anything wrong, but Nero still seems suspicious of him. And I feel like with the trip to the countryside, Avilio thinks that he has Nero where he's wanting him and he's playing Nero. And I think Nero also thinks that he has Avilio where he wants him, and he's really gonna sort of separate him from the situation and see what's going on with him. But I think the hitman is gonna ruin each of their plans and have them work together to survive, and that'll inadvertently build more trust between them and make the betrayal a little different, I think. Kosuke did reply, though, I feel like they should have been a lot more careful and suspicious when they saw that Avilio can handle himself, since the world or time they live in is filled with criminal and mafia activities. Wouldn't they suspect him as being part of another family first? And that one part where Fango asked Avilio to kill Fango, weren't they trying to prevent a war with the Orco, but by telling an unknown man the information that they wanted to kill a high-ranking Orco member, they didn't just put themselves in a situation where Avilio told this to the Orco would have put a reason or an excuse to go to war with them, which the Venetti don't want. Yeah, the Venetti don't want, but Fango and Nero were just going off on revenge sort of on their own without the rest of the Venetti's permission. So it's still sort of just Fango, even though they're trying to prevent a war, Fango's revenge sort of effed that up for him, because Fango is the one that killed Serpente in the end. So yeah, hand down, I think that's it for the spoilers. I think that is good. I'll Noah.0Z24A/ 2014 A/C24. I really like this chapter, and things are starting to heat up between the turn of events that are happening. And yeah, I'm really excited to see this auction, and I want to see who else is on the auction ships, honestly, because there have to be some other important rankers there too. Mike Nemp said, part of me wants this Andrasi versus Bomb to actually happen to finally get a good comparison between their power levels, but then again I bet they'll either fake fight or something and turn the tables on Kaiser. I did notice the lollipop Easter egg, and besides it being hilarious, let me just say now that Jinsung has healthy lungs, watch out. Or now that Jinsung has healthy lungs, watch out. Yeah, like, Jinsung smoking was a badass, so Jinsung quit smoking, even more badass. I think he's in like the top 100 rankers. He's a really strong dude. And yeah, I want to see the fight as well. I do think personally that Bomb is definitely stronger than Andrasi, but I actually think that, like sort of what you said, those two will probably fight to distract Kaiser and the rankers, while like Dan, Sachi, Red Greymon, and the others go to rescue Rak and Yuan, fight the bosses, and then things will all get crazy and hectic, as things tend to do in manga, comics, whatever. He also replied, yeah, that's how I see the fight panning out too. Either that or one of them pretends to get defeated so Kaiser stops thinking about them as a threat, only to come back later and take her for surprise. That, they pull a Rick Grimes on them. But yeah, I could see that happening for sure, like Bomb pretends to defeat Andrasi so that Andrasi can be the one to take down Kaiser later on and get her name back. I could see Bomb doing something like that in the moment. Pull1991 said, this chapter was pretty mellow, I wish we would have gotten a fight. And yeah, I think a fight would have added excitement, but I think we needed just the chill chapter, just to like sort of build some info and setup and stuff like that so that we can move on. Also, Paul asked, who do you think is really running the station? I have no flipping clue. Yeah, maybe one of the 10 families, but honestly, I honestly don't have a clue with this one. Sean Sadrai said, I agree about the new Monmusu chapter from yesterday. I agree that the chin thing is the only problem. It looks like a beard. Also, after your top 10 girls in the canon series, could you do a video on who you think is most likely to join the main group of girls? And yeah, I really could. And I think I actually will, and I might do it even before the top 10 girls, because for the top, or it's going to be like top 30 or something, because I'm going to just do all of them from my least favorite to the most favorite. But I could do this quickly one week when I don't really have like a certain day when I'm like, I have some extra time for another video. I could just do a discussion with like my top 5 most likely to join the main group, because I don't think I'll be able to come up with many good ideas for that. Because personally, I don't think anybody we already know is going to join the main group. If we get a new main group person, it'll probably be just somebody completely new that we're introduced to. But I can spend more time on it and think more and actually make like a top 5 or something, depending on things that have been hinted at and different stuff like that. Because as I've seen some people brought up, there are a couple hints here and there that some may or may not. Yeah. And other than that, for the anime waifu vid, I talk about it in my Mamusu review that I'm also posting, but I'll talk about it again. I was doing it for like, because I knew I've been working on it for weeks, and I'll probably be working on it for at least 3 or 4 more weeks. and it's going to be like a top 50 anime waifu in general video, and I wanted to add in pictures and clips and stuff and like make it more detailed than my usual videos. And so far I've gotten maybe 15 girls worth done in the past few weeks that I've been working on it. So I want to keep working on it and make it something big and good and special for you guys. And after I do that, I am planning to do a more edited video, maybe with some clips from the anime and stuff, of my top around, I think there are 28 girls, or there are going to be 28 when the 2 new ones are debut in the next chapter or two. So I'll do like my top 28 favorite from that, and it'll be a more edited video after I do the top waifu vid. So yeah, hopefully I can hurry up and get the top waifu in general vid up, and then I think I'll at least wait for the next chapter or two to premiere or whatever to come out, so that we can see the 2 new girls, so that they can be in the Canon Monmusu vid before I do make the Canon Monmusu vid. And that's it for this HaQ&A. It is like friggin' hot in this room right now. Like, I don't know, I think it's like 103 outside or something. Fahrenheit, of course. I don't know that in Celsius off the top of my head. Maybe 30 something. I don't know my Celsius that well. I used to, but I've fallen out of it. And yeah, so yeah, that's it for this HaQ&A. I'm gonna go get cool somewhere or something. So like if you did like this video, and comment down there. Hopefully the audio didn't mess up on this one. Comment down there. Tell me what you thought of my thoughts on all this. If you have anything else you want to talk about or ask me about, just throw it down there. Happy to talk to you guys anytime. Subscribe for more of everything I talked about here and more. Yeah. Lost track. I always forget. You guys know, if you've been watching this, I always forget every single video. I hope that I can just make an end card and an outro that says like, comment, and subscribe, and just throw that at the end of my videos, because I always forget all this stuff, and it always takes up so much time, and I feel pretentious telling people, hey, like and subscribe if you want. But I'm getting way off topic again. But I always forget to say, follow on Twitter if you want, because I'll try to keep you updated there on whatever, blah, 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 Twitter stuff. So, yeah, I'll try to keep you updated whenever I post anything or push anything back. So, yeah, whatever. I really do hope you all enjoyed the video. So, thank you one last time for watching, and I'll see you all next time.